Howdy folks, High Value DMD. Don't just give me your subscription, but please let me earn it. Let me earn your like, and let me earn your comment. This is goodbye. The reason I'm saying this is because I'm about to move on to a new chapter of my life. I'm graduating from dental school, and it's time to go do something different. I've recently purchased a DJI Action 4 camera, and today, with my time off, I'm gonna go and retroactively show you what I've been up to this last 5 years, some of my favorite sites. And I am in the state of Florida. I'm not sure if I disclosed that or not, but I'm currently in the state of Florida, and I have had the opportunity to enjoy Florida. And I'm not going to give you any more information about exactly where I went to school or any of that. But with that, we will begin our day, and I will let you in on a little bit about my experiences. Stay tuned. Nothing like a crisp 45. All right, so we are driving into Bradenton, Florida, and as you can see, this is already kind of neat. Actually, I don't know if you can see, this is my first time doing any sort of car vlog with the new camera, but this is Florida, so there are bridges, there's obviously ocean and rivers all around, and one thing I have just so enjoyed is simply the nature of Florida. From where I come from, it is mostly prairie, and it's not very high end. You have to go into some of the city to see some more higher end areas. But one of the first things that I noticed when I got to Florida was just the palm trees and just the natural beauty. And that can't be understated. Seeing that after a long day, and you just go outside and it's 75 degrees in December and January, you're wearing shorts, and you just see a wonderful atmosphere around you. And so we are driving straight into the heart of Bradenton, and I'm trying to get over to go on to some beach area I want to show you. And I will very carefully merge over here, trying not to bother with the camera too much. It's mounted to my driver's mirror. Like I said, I've not done any car vlogging like this, but I am hands-free right now. I have just a neck mount, and it is just strapped onto this mirror, and I think it's working okay for what it is. And the action camera should be able to mitigate any too much shaking. So right here we're going through Bradenton. This is Manatee Avenue. You take this all the way onto Anna Maria Island, and that's where we are going. Anna Maria Island is, from what I understand, when people think of Florida, they don't really think of this part of Florida as a vacation area, and some people watching this may be like, no, don't say anything, don't say any more, let it be secret. Well, I think in general, people are always going to think of Destin, Florida, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Panama City. They're going to think of Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Those are going to be the major tourist hotspots of Florida. But people don't really think of Bradenton or Anna Maria Island, and I don't think that will really change, to tell you the truth. It's more of a slower area. More retirees come to this area. It's not a real young vibe, young area. Little slower moving. Now that's not to say that there isn't plenty of traffic, because there is. There are still quite a bit of people that are moving to this area, because it's just nice. But I will say though, Florida used to be affordable. And I don't really think that's the case anymore. And now you could say, well, nowhere is affordable anymore, and that's kind of true. But Florida in particular, I don't think most people could live here on a single income. Not at all. So yeah, we're just making our way. It's gonna be probably 20 more minutes for me to get out there. So okay. All right, I'll shoot up another clip as soon as we're making our way. All right, so we are almost to the beach. I'm just walking up into this beach access. As I was walking, there's parking on gravel roads on the side or the sidewalk, and it's gravel, right? And then this Charger, there's two people in the car. I'm walking and it gets up real close to me. I'm on the gravel and I'm like, okay, you know, but hey, just FYI, don't get near people, right, with your vehicle. It was real up close to me, and I guess they were trying to get this spot, but there's nobody else around. But you always got to keep your senses about you. I always carry a gun, and I'm carrying a gun right now in my fanny pack, and I'm always alert, but I wasn't gonna, I thought it was gonna be fine, but I mean, it's still. That aside, here we are. This is Anna Maria Island, and more specifically, this is called Bean Point. And the sand here is very, very nice. It's like powdered sugar. Okay, this is what you want when you're going on vacation. Okay, kick my flip-flops off so I can actually walk. This place is a very, very special one to me. Let's get up near the water. Lots of families about. Like I said, this is not a real college crowd. This is not for spring breakers. This is going to be for families. This is going to be for retired. Yeah, let's get up near the water here. Very nice. Very, very nice. And so I'll tell you a little story. Hopefully the audio quality is decent. I'm not using external mic. I haven't leveled up to that point. But this place is really special to me because me and my friends would come out here and beach fish, specifically shark fish. Yeah, no, I said exactly that. We caught sharks here. And I have one friend in particular, he's a fisherman. I didn't really do a whole lot of fishing back home. A couple of pond fishing like that, but nothing ever serious. I actually never have gone to any serious hunting. I've only done bird hunting, if you can call that hunting. So we got here and he researched all about shark fishing, and he was bound and determined to do it. He bought all the reels and he bought these huge hooks, and we came out here. We would use bait such as stingray, all types of fish from bait shops. Bonita specifically. In Spanish that means pretty, bonita, but we island folk, we just say bonita, island English speakers. And yeah, I spent a lot of Friday, Saturday evenings out here just enjoying nature. The biggest shark we ever caught was, I believe it was 6 foot 8 inches, and it was a bull shark. And here on Anna Maria Island, there have been bigger sharks caught. There's been hammerheads, and I can't remember the record, but I believe the national record, maybe world record, shark caught from land, so this is all land-based shark fishing, was caught right here on Anna Maria Island. We caught bull sharks, we didn't catch any tiger sharks, we didn't get any hammers while we were out here, but we caught mainly bull sharks. And oh my goodness, it's been such a long time since I've been shark fishing. Having trouble calling the the other one. Black tip. My buddy, he actually caught one and he carved it up and we ate it. It tastes like pork chop. So I don't know if you can see, but off in the distance, we're looking north of Anna Maria Island, up towards Tampa Bay, and there are 2 islands. One over here on the right, there's a boat. That's called Passage Key, and it is known for nudists. Over here on the left, I'll show you on the map in the car, there's Egmont Key, which there is a fort actually on that island. And at some point, I believe during the Spanish-American War, it served as a form of protection for Tampa Bay. There are some cannons and stuff on there. And I have actually paddled to both of these in one single line, going from here to here, farther down the beach. I would launch, and then I've been to Egmont Key, and I've seen all the ruins, and maybe another time we'll be able to go over there and I'll show you all the ruins. Definitely well worth it if you come to Tampa Bay area, vacation out to Anna Maria Island. But yeah, I'm so glad to have showed you Bean Point. Let's go see what else we can find. Walking back to my car and I saw this. This is a great depiction of sort of how Anna Maria Island is. This place is not supposed to be some modern moving and pushing thing. You could probably gather that by the things I've already said, but you see it's got this old school style motel resort, and they're trying to really keep that here. You can see these, it's real basic, no frills. Now I'm sure it's going to cost you a little bit of money to come and stay here for your vacation, but this area, it's not condos, it's mostly houses, okay, owned by just people, okay. It's not some big corporate owned thing. They're trying to keep it like that, and it's kind of like a fishing village in a way, and you can't necessarily do that on a lot of other places you're going. Like, I've been to the east coast of Florida, I've been to Jupiter, Florida, I've been to Daytona Beach, Florida. Just different vibes, man. There's condos all over the place lining the whole beach, and for one, the beach actually isn't even close to as nice as these ones on the Gulf. The Gulf sand is better, the water is better, just superior in every single way. And you can see you're able to park on the side of the road. You just have to pay attention to the signs here. But it is much more inviting, in my opinion, and I have just enjoyed it so much. And I can't get over just the nature and the atmosphere of this place. If you have a long, stressful week at work and you come out here on a weekend, if you have the privilege of living here in this area within an hour drive, and you come out here on the weekend, it's just wonderful. However, some people are going to take it for granted. If you live close to the beach, you may end up not going to the beach near as much. But I have definitely tried to take advantage of living here and enjoying this place. Here's that belligerent car I was talking to you about. It's not a Charger, it's a Chrysler 300. Essentially the same. Yeah, people think about Florida and they automatically think Florida man. And the reason why there's this thing such as Florida man is because Florida is an open record state. If somebody commits a crime, I guess how it works is anybody can see what you've done and it can be in the news and all this. You don't have to be anonymous. But yeah, that guy, he was getting up on real close to me as I was walking and he's being belligerent. So I'm glad that I was able to get the heck away from him. And I was glad he was able to get on and onto his vacation so he can go and sit on the sand. Maybe he needs to get a couple drinks in him to calm down. I don't know. We are now on the southernmost tip of Anna Maria Island. This is called Coquina Beach. This is the south end access. And I always really enjoy this part of the island because there's this bridge and boats come in and they need to get through here to go wherever. Down this direction is Sarasota, Florida, and then past Sarasota, Florida is Venice, Florida. And I'm assuming bigger boats need to come in here and dock in the bay in Sarasota and, I don't know, conduct business or whatever have you. But it's really nice just to come down here and relax, and there's plenty of parking in this area. I'll show you in just a minute. There's actually RV parking, which is so neat. You're just not going to find that, as far as I understand, in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all those more touristy places. So this is a nice chill spot to sit, to watch the boats go by. Very, very clear water, and it's very similar to what I showed you earlier up there on the north side. I thought this was really cool. They have just some tents set up. They're selling their wares to make a living. And then there's a gentleman over here playing some guitar, having a good time. So in general, this environment is just awesome. I can't stress that enough. And I'll show you the parking situation. There's several Ford Transit vans, which I am sure these are van lifers, whether they're full-timers or part-time van lifers, I don't know. But off in the distance there, you can see a truck with a camper. He just pulled in. He's just chilling there. And I've never seen anything like that. I've been to Hilton Head, South Carolina. Obviously, that's a much more posh place, but I've not seen that. And I've been to a fair bit of beaches, mostly in Florida, in full transparency, but nowhere that is as nice as this water quality environment. And then there's an RV there. I've never seen that before. We're going over that bridge I just showed you. We're going now onto Longboat Key. It is very similar to Anna Maria Island, and it's just simply cross this bridge and you're there. A lot of the same type of vibe you get. No huge condos, just overall a good time. I will video some driving from this point forward so you can get a feel of this area. And when I first came to, specifically this spot is what reminds me of this story. My buddy from Pennsylvania, his brother came down here, and I have a friend that's from Pennsylvania. He's in my class. His friend came down here, and we were driving around just like I am now. And his friend was just in love with this place. And we went over a bridge, and we saw some really nice blue water and some nice homes, really nice homes. They'll be coming up here in just a little bit. It's been a long time since I've driven Longboat Key. But his expression was just of awe. He said, "Are you kidding me? You guys live here?" Well, obviously we don't live in these really nice $5 million homes, but are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. You live here. You live here. And like, that's a similar expression to how I had when I first came here, because you just don't see this type of living very often. Like I said, I come from a prairie, southern Bible Belt place. There isn't really nice scenic areas to be had where I'm from. And granted, I've been to Pennsylvania, and it's very nice, very mountainous, beautiful forests. Better than where at least scenery where I grew up. But he was just very, very impressed. And when you move to Florida, people, they have one of two attitudes. They might be just really, really impressed and want to come see it and amazed that you live there. Just kind of shocked. Like, what, are you kidding me? You live in Florida. Wow. You know, wow. That's at least how my hometown folks would react. And then the other side of it is people just have this skeptical mindset of Florida. They're like, ugh, you live in Florida? Ugh, why would you live there? It's just swamp, or ugh. Or they may go into politics. They may be just, oh, the governor there, ugh, I could never live there. It's a trash state. Ugh, the politics there are terrible. It's just fashion, just crap like that. Just garbage like that. And I will say this, and I'll say this again and again. I've lived in Florida for 5 years of my life. I have never regretted one single day living in Florida. Not one. Now, do I miss my family a lot? Absolutely I do. Do I miss my friends a lot? Absolutely I do. All of that. But Florida, there's a reason why it's one of the most popular states to move to. There's a reason why it's growing. There's a reason why the economy's great. Tons of people, like Sylvester Stallone has moved here. Pat Bet-David from Valuetainment has moved here. Hey, there's tons of people that have moved to Florida. I think Ben Shapiro, he may have moved to Austin, Texas. I can't remember. And some of these are conservative folks, but hey, I just listed a celebrity that's moving to Florida. I think Jeff Bezos moved some of his operations. A lot of New York-based companies have moved to Florida. So Florida is doing something right. It is enjoyable. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not, or try to talk down on it, because it's great. I love it. I mean, I shouldn't even have to try to explain it. I've shown you what I've experienced and been around. And so we are just driving through Longboat Key here. It is about, from the tip of Anna Maria Island down to Sarasota, it's going to be about an hour drive. There is a bit of traffic, and the speed limit through here is probably, I don't know, 35, 40. And we should be coming up on some really, really nice houses. I'd like to show you guys. They are gated. And when I moved here, they were somewhat attainable. 10 or less million. But I haven't looked now. But I can almost guarantee that they're just crazy expensive. Okay, I'm going to wait until I get up to these houses, and I'll show you a little bit more. Okay, as we are getting now towards Sarasota, Florida, the landscape is starting to change a bit. There are going to be more condos, right? More type of commercial, maybe that's not the right word. There's going to be more property that are less home-esque, and I'm looking for those homes that I promised you guys to show you. Still scouting them out. It has been quite a time since I've driven through here. On the right would be the beach and the Gulf Coast. Yeah, definitely more condos at this point. You're definitely losing some of the fishing village, Bradenton, Anna Maria feel. And we're about to go over this bridge. And this is the bridge that my Pennsylvania buddy was just raving over, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna do my best to recreate my friend's reaction as we came over this bridge right here. He was just astonished and unbelievable. Are you kidding me? You live here? Really? Yeah. All right, we are now getting into Sarasota, Florida, and it's gonna be a lot of traffic from here on out. I hope to make a quick stop in Sarasota, show you a thing or two, and then wrap up this video of my part 1 goodbye series. We are just going through here, and yep, you can definitely see at this point the houses are much nicer, higher end. Sarasota, Florida is indeed a high-end place. Now, everywhere is more expensive, it's gotten more expensive, but Sarasota in particular is just crazy off the charts. This is the one Gulf side place that people would think of more when they think about vacationing. If they're not gonna do the East Coast, the Miami type thing, they would be looking at Sarasota for sure. For sure. Now that we have gotten off the main drag from Anna Maria in Longboat Key, we have now reached, oh my gosh, St. Armand's. St. Armand's. This is the really high end, a bunch of shopping, very nice homes. This is probably one of the most high-end neighborhoods in Sarasota, and it may be up there with like some of the where NBA players, NFL players have houses over in Miami. At least for the Gulf side, this right here is gonna be, I would think, the nicest. And then you have Tampa Bay and places like that, but I mean this I can't emphasize this enough. I mean, I just saw a McLaren a second ago. I may have picked it up on the footage, but yeah. And there's Mercedes. When I got here, something I noticed is, compared to back home, there's way more German cars. Mercedes, Porsche, all of that is just pretty much standard, right? Like right here, just past Mercedes. Here's a Porsche Cayenne, Lexus. I mean, even Lexus, that's kind of, I mean, it's a Japanese car, but back home, that's like, ooh, you got a Lexus. Here, it's different, man. All that stuff is standard issue. Standard issue. Audis, and there's another, oh, that's a Hyundai Genesis, but. Yep, so that is St. Armand Circle. We're about to go back over one more bridge, it looks like. Or 2 or 3 more bridges. Well, and there we have it, folks. We went all the way through Bradenton. We went to Anna Maria Island. We went down Longboat Key into Sarasota at St. Armand Circle, and that's where I'm going to end this video. Just ahead of me over that bridge, that final bridge, is Sarasota, and it is city, that bad word I don't like to say. I'm a rural guy. I don't want to be in a city more than I have to, but I can enjoy them for just a moment. And so up north, that is, or no, that's not north, that's east. That is Sarasota. And yeah, super high-end areas at that point, completely different from what we saw in Anna Maria. You're gonna have really high-end boats, like small yachts and things like that. I think there even is there's a TV show, something about like life on Siesta Key, or I don't know. I don't get into all that, but I'm pretty sure that there is some sort of dating youngster TV show. Man, I'm talking like an old guy. Like I'm only 27 years old. And so with that, I will end this video. My battery is about to die, and I think this was the first good attempt at a vlog, car vlog, walking vlog. And yeah, this is gonna be part 1 of goodbye. This is a goodbye. And I'm not gonna do any edit. I'm just gonna throw these together in the DJI app, and I'm gonna just throw it in there. And we're gonna see what happens, how it goes. And I think this is gonna be a good future way of videoing and producing content for my channel. And this is just something for me to look back on too, as memories as I go on my journey, go out throughout my life as a young professional, young dentist. And I will always remember these Florida years. They are so cherished and deep in my heart. And I definitely will be back. And so this ends part 1. I hope I earned your subscription. I hope I earned your like, and I hope I earned your comment. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Did you like today's travel type video? Have you been to Florida? Would you like to come to Florida? What do you think about Florida? Do you think it's a swamp place with a bunch of Florida men? Are you afraid of Florida man, or is this a place that you can see yourself coming to, and hey, maybe even living here full time? Let me know what you think below. Until next time.